Well, I was getting to this. Yep. Just gives me a good point before he dies. Right, of course. Guess I was getting to this. Yep. Okay, know what to do. Right, of course. How am I gonna know this? Right, of course. Let's end this. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Never spoon spot this place before. Yep, they're supposed to be around here for some reasons. Whoa. Never spoon spot this before. Yep.
Wait a minute, Shadow the Hedgehog? I guess I was right, Vigilante. Didn't I notice?
Well, not yet, definitely.
Of course. Wait a minute, Shadow the Hedgehog? I did not spoon spot that. So, I did not spoon spot that. Shadow the Hedgehog? So what you... I was saying was... Did we miss the part? Yes we did. Shadow the Hedgehog? I didn't know you realized that.
I know. Just gives him a good point before he dies. Anyways, so, you didn't know this?
We didn't know this, Vigilante. Not that much.
Right, of course. If I was gonna know this, I was gonna know this, Vigilante. So that's supposed to happen. Then I know this.
Right, of course. Wait, you didn't know this?
No, not yet. Just gives me a good point before he dies.
Right, of course. So you didn't know this?
Yep. Before I know this, by the way, then I know this.
Right, of course. Well, you was gonna know this, Vigilante. I guess it does.
Yep. I'm still here, Vigilante. Then I know this. I was gonna know this until this supposed to happen. Yep.
You have no idea.
I know.
I was, Vigilante.
Right, of course. I can assume he's still around here before it dies.
Well, you didn't know this?
Yep. Still around here, Vigilante. Before it was, by the way. Then I know this.
Right, of course.
I'm still here, Vigilante. Right. Wait, you didn't know this?
We didn't know this, Vigilante.
Yep. Right, of course. So what, you didn't know this?
We didn't know this, Vigilante.
Right, of course. How you know this?
Well, because it tells the hedgehog. Yep.
Well, I was gonna know this, Vigilante. Because I said so.
Well, it does, by the way. And you didn't know this?
Yep. If I could say it also. Because I didn't know this.
Right, of course. You didn't know this?
Yep. This gives me a good point before it does. And how do you know this?
I know. Just gives me good point, Vigilante, before it was.
Right, of course. I can assume he's still around here. From the others, by the way.
Wait, you didn't know this?
Yep, that's still true, by the way. Did I know this? Then I was right, Vigilante.
Right, of course. I guess you didn't know this.
Yep. I was gonna spoon spot that, by the way. Didn't I know this, Vigilante?
Right, of course. Well, it does, definitely. So you didn't know this?
Yep. It just has a good point, Vigilante. Before it was, Vigilante.
Wait, you didn't know this? I was gonna give a good point before it was.
Yep. I was gonna know this, Vigilante. Until that's supposed to happen. If I was gonna know this. If I was gonna know this, Vigilante. If I was gonna know this.
Right, of course. Yep. If I was gonna know this, I was supposed to be here. I have no idea, Vigily. It does, definitely.
Okay. Well, it explains a lot, by the way. So, you didn't notice?
Well, if I can assume, by the way, before it dies. Yep. Because I was gonna know this until that's supposed to happen. And it's didn't know this, right, of course. Wait, you didn't know this?
Yep. I was right, Vigilante. Didn't I notice?
Right, of course. I know this.
I don't know. Just gives me a good point before it dies. I was right, Vigilante. Yep. It just gives me a good point before it dies. Didn't I know this, Vigilante? If I was gonna know this, how you gonna know this?
We didn't know this. Yep. If you can see him, Vigilante, just by the way before it dies.
I was right. Didn't you know this?
Wait, you didn't know this? Yep.
Just gives me a good point before he dies. Well, I was right, Vigilante. Didn't I know this?
Right, of course. Wait, you didn't know this?
Yep. Just gives me a good point before he dies. Alright then. So, I know I need to what to do, Vigilante. And from now on, I don't know. It just gives me a good point before it dies.
Right, of course.
I know. It just gives me a good point before he dies. Also, because I didn't know this from now on. Vigilantly, because I said so. Because you didn't know this.
Well, if I can see him, Vigilante. Yep.
Well, I was gonna know this until that's supposed to happen. But it's still true, by the way.
Wait, you didn't know this? Oh, I can see him, by the way.
Wait, I was gonna know this. How you know this? Vigilantly, I have no idea.
Right, of course. If you can see him. Yep. Before it does, by the way.
Right.
So, you didn't know this?
Not yet, Vigilante.
Right, of course.
If I assume.
Yep.